Types of printer. Types of printer are basically dot matrix printer, inkjet printer, laser printer. Okay, dot matrix printer produces image with the help of dots. See, what dot matrix printer does is whatever the display it wants to present on the paper, it does that using dots. Let's suppose if I would like to present something like this. Clear? So basically what, using dots a specific letter is been written. So basically using some sort of this kind of technique, dot matrix printer presents the image. Okay. Inkjet printer. Inkjet printer uses ink from well-like container. See, well-like container means what? A small tank, circular tank like structure is present which contains what? Ink. And using that ink is being sprayed. That ink is being sprayed properly, so that the image which it likes to present, that image could be received, that image could be produced. Okay, so basically inkjet printer uses ink from well-like container and tries to spray that in a very specific fashion, in a very specific pattern, so that desired result is being achieved. Okay, laser printer. See, laser printer is the most fastest one, best in quality, and of course it is expensive. It is expensive too, but definitely the pros are fastest, best quality, laser printer. Okay, now comes another hardware component, that is modem. See, modem is what, if I suppose you have already heard this term modem. Modem means what? It is basically, you have heard this term. Why? So as to achieve internet connection, isn't it? Modem or modulator, demodulator, what it does is it encodes the data which you want to send. That process is known as modulation. And again, where the data is being received, that modem does what? That modem decodes the data, demodulation. Okay, so basically modem does modulation as well as demodulation for data transmission. If you want data to be sent from one place to another place, what you will be needing is modem. Understood? For exchanging information on internet. Okay. Now comes motherboard. The motherboard is the most important. It is basically a circuit like structure which is present inside your CPU. Okay. If you will open the hardware component, if you will open the CPU itself, inside that you will find a very large, a very big circuit board like structure. That complete circuit board like structure is known as motherboard. The motherboard is attached with various other hardware components, such as the motherboard is attached with hard disk, the motherboard is attached with RAM stick, the motherboard is attached with graphics card, the motherboard is attached with sound card. All those types of hardware component, all the connections are being established with motherboard. Understood? The most important, and most importantly, not else, most importantly, the processor. The processor is also attached with motherboard. The processor, the brain of the computer, which does all the processing, that processor is also connected to the motherboard. Okay, you can go and Google out the motherboard. You can definitely find out the images of the motherboard. Type over there, or after going to Google, type over there connections of motherboard. Connections of motherboard. Go on to Google and type this connections of motherboard. After that you can see definitely various links. So after that proceed with any of the link. You can definitely see all the attachment, all the connections which are being attached with the motherboard. Basically, it is the most important component of a computer, the motherboard. And what is a motherboard? Do not forget that motherboard is not a software, it is a hardware, it is an internal hardware. Okay. Now comes ports. What are ports? Ports. What are ports? See, these ports, this word ports are what? The ports are the place where you insert your pen drive, the place where you insert VGA cable. See, any kind of extra attachment apart from your computer or laptop, the connection is being established using ports. Let's suppose you want to project using a projector. Let's suppose you want to project a content of the laptop or your computer using a projector. What you need to do is you need to connect the VGA port, understood, of the laptop or computer with the VGA wire along with the projector, understood. So basically, let's suppose for example you might be using pen drive. Where do you insert? You insert that in USB port. Okay, pen drives are typically inserted in USB port. Various types of USB ports are there, type A, type B, type C, understood, type C being the fastest one. So basically what? Network ports are also available. Network ports means what? Cat45, RJ45, these are all network ports, understood. All the connections so as to achieve internet using the ports are basically this, understood. Nowadays optic fiber have already arrived. Optic fiber connection cannot be established using this RJ45 or Cat45. Those are advanced, those needs advanced ports, understood. Why? Because all those are very high speed data transmission. Okay. Video ports are also there, audio ports are also there. Basically video ports are only present if you have already attached a video card. Okay, graphics card, also known as graphics card. If you have already attached a graphics card, then only you will definitely find a video port, basically, understood. Otherwise a simple VGA port is there, though VGA port is also a video port. But nowadays if you attach a graphics card, you might have already heard the name graphics card. Some companies are like Nvidia, AMD, Radeon. Those companies present such kind of graphics card. Okay, on that typical graphics card I would like to write the names. See, graphics card. Those who are fond of playing games, they might be knowing this graphics card is mandatory for playing advanced games. Okay, so this graphics card present before you all the advanced ports. For example, the advanced port, when we will be talking about advanced port, HDMI port, that is a type of advanced port, understood. High definition multimedia input port. Basically it is not only a port for presenting the video, it also presents before you the audio. Okay, last but not the least, that is power supply, SMPS. SMPS means switch mode power supply. The much needed power which the computer uses. Okay, SMPS, switch mode power supply. Okay, this SMPS is what? This SMPS is the power source. It presents the motherboard, it sends the motherboard the much needed potential difference, the much needed voltage, understood, to the motherboard, so that it may operate properly. See, basically the motherboard works using the voltage of 12 volt to 18 volt, understood. That is being achieved by using SMPS. And SMPS does what? See, all these details I am giving you just for the sake of information. Do not go and mug up all this information, understood. It is not for your purpose. the class where you are right now, class 7, I don't think all these informations is that much needed, but still for the sake of information, for the sake of knowledge, I am presenting before you all this knowledge. See, SMPS is basically used for the purpose of power supply. Why SMPS is only been used? See, SMPS does what? It converts the AC into DC. And most importantly, the AC power supply which is present on your home is 220 volt. 220 volt AC. That 220 volt AC is being converted by your SMPS and then later on sent to your motherboard, something like 12 volt, 18 volt. It ranges from this to this. Clear? Okay. So, okay. Basically, the chapter itself is completed. Just see over at the page number 15, word bank is there. Go through all those content. I have already taught you all in detail, I guess. Now, regarding the question answers, definitely I will be giving you the question answer, but in the description given below. Okay, in the description given below, I will be presenting before you all the question answers, but in PPT format. Okay, so okay, just go through the chapter and best of luck.